everyone. So, we are making a reading. What does this person think of you? On choose one of the four piles. You can choose by the image as you can see it. I will not, show the backside of the cards because I thought, why not just honestly use the image? Because I will still read the psychic meaning, not the image, anyways. So, it's not like you're stealing away the meaning by, choosing whatever you actually want it to be. So just choose whatever you are being pulled to, or you're being called for. That will be the image that you really wanna go back with your eyes to, that really gets your attention. And see you in your pile. Feel free to pause now because I will just proceed to the piles. Okay? I'll also read the disclaimer, and that's about that. Yeah, let's skip to the piles. Hello, pile 1. If you chose this card, the merchant, that was on top, and the founder is the lower card, this is your reading, and I want to mention I feel like some of you live in a place that's like this type of an older type of a city, and there are also horses someplace near because I also saw something resonating with horse riding with these mouses. Somehow I saw it like a horse, and the apples kind of resonated with horses. Maybe some of you like horse riding, or you like to go see horses someplace. Okay, what I get here is this person is somehow growing out of patience, but this comes with the like S sign, and it means it's like fluid patience, fluid growing out of patience, like snake, like being flexible, but at the same time they're not. They're growing out of patience about something. It's weighing them down. Some sort of a situation is weighing them down. I'm also seeing like these branches of like fruitfulness are not growing, perhaps. Something that could explain there's maybe perhaps something you are dealing with together that's not growing, that's not expanding. But I also just saw like a snake, so maybe something is shedding its skin and revealing the truth. Devil. I just saw this like devil's tail. There is some sort of backstabbing, but this is not from this person. It's almost like it's external, outside source, maybe in a group, and they're like backstabbing, but this person doesn't know it. Yeah, they don't know it. They really don't. They might be very like workaholic, or sort of like inclined to just like be like, oh, I have my tools, I'm just doing my stuff, like working, and they're not really paying. They're not the type of a person that pays attention to these things, these small, like, whether one could be a backstabber or not. They're like almost like they don't care, but it's more so they're very concerned about tools and work topics and stuff like that wherever they work at. They don't see Sun with some type of a project. It's like I feel like they are kind of concerned about some sort of a project with you that has to deal with you, and they don't see they don't see the sun of it, meaning that they don't see it flourishing. It's like, where is it? What's going on? Where is it? Snakes, rats come through. Rats. Ratty business. I'm hearing ratty business, so it could be that, ratty. Like gossip, rattling, cans. Yeah, like basically useless talk. More so, not useless, the gossip. Snakes running out of time. You lost drop. Yeah, something about last drop, really. I think they're very tired of something. Tired of waiting, tired of weighing things. Yeah, like weighing. I'm seeing the analogy of like the apple. Weighing the sins, like weighing the determination. And with this stuff, this frame, this sort of like a flag, or more, it's like a emblem. With this emblem, I feel like it's about them being a framework. It's like I have this responsibility and I have to do this. But they feel like you don't. They kind of feel like you don't have this responsibility as they do. I don't think this person appreciates the other coworkers, so they actually might think that they're like lots of snakes, but then again, I don't feel like they're the person to determine who is the one. So it's like more on a larger scale, more abstract than concrete at all, not concrete. They don't know which person is that, who does it. For somebody, I just got like a message. They might have a new girlfriend, if that's a man. If that's a masculine, but more so a man. Like a or like a lady that um has like short hair. Yeah, new relationship I'm sensing. They don't want to know. So maybe they don't want others to know that they have a new relationship because they might be flustered, but also like they have trust issues about whom to trust or whether to trust at all. Like people, especially groups. Groups, it's all about groups, okay. Windy, it could be an air sign you're dealing with. Air sign. Or they could like air elements in like games or movies. They could identify with like an air character that could show you like that you chose a right palette true to your choice, that they identify with some air character, airbending, I don't know, avatar, I don't know, whatever, that type of case. Yeah, like could be identifying as more masculine, like a more masculine woman. Someone could be reevaluating relationships and seeing where the fruits grow, like how to grow a garden or how to create a stability in some sort of sense, like family maybe. Power structures. Why power structures? Power structures. This person could dislike power structures or like any kind of like either authority or like pressure. This also might be a sign for you that you chose the right pile if you observe this from the person. Someone could be into LARP with the sword. Or they like some sort of movie or animated movie, like something swordsman. I'm hearing swordsman. I don't know what type of a swordsman it is, but like swordsman. I don't know. Man with the sword, swordsman. Anyways. This person also could be having issues with self-worth, and that also pressures them into more flexible of a state of like coping, but at the same time it weighs them down actually even more in the background, and they don't feel it until they are sort of like breaking down. So the way to talk to this person though is like calmly. You can't pressure them. I mean, you can, but like, you know, where it's gonna end, like they're gonna, yeah. Um, this is they could have Virgo placements too with these leaves. Virgo. Could be born in the year of a snake, but also could be born. I'm seeing rooster snake, but also perhaps dragon. Something out of those. Could also not resonate. Yeah. They think that you're a good apple, good catch, but at the same time, it's like, but where's the catch? Literally, I'm feeling like you are not either not investing or not giving them the opportunity to open up the door and like walk in and be like, okay, like let's do this or let's make it happen. Something's like sorta in the mud here. And it's getting where you like not tangled, but like it's like elastic gum, like they're just pulling and pulling and just it's just not going. Like if you're an apple, let them to sort of like bite into that apple. Let them, I mean, taste it. Like let them have that project or whatever that is that you deal with together. Or maybe they want something, but it's silent. Like they're silent. Or it also reminds me of like justice, sort of. So it could be also that Could be that they are very justice oriented. So they want to have like justice, you know, in that something. They want a justice. They want to. Could be also they want to explore the possibilities. But more than that, they want a justice. So, like, yeah. Okay, that was your reading pile number one. I hope this resonated with you, and yeah, this is what the person on your mind thinks of you and the like situation you have. So, thank you for being here, and see you. Bye. Hello, pile two. If you chose these two cards, this one was on top. I want to start with that. What does the person that you're asking about thinks of you and whatever you have together, whether that's energetic or in the 3D material realm? Okay. They want to rewrite the stars, literally. Like with this card, I heard like, rewrite the stars. So something like there was a situation or something between two of you, but I'm not feeling like it's anything big or dramatic, like crazy something that like tower moment, everything's destroyed. We're gonna rebuild this. We gotta rebuild this all. Like no. This was something small actually, I'm feeling. But small but significant or something like it just sort of like washed out. And with this card, they want to rewrite the stars, rewrite the situation, rewrite the chances to meet you, or yeah. They want to rewrite the chances to meet you. I feel like for some of you, this person might be away. Like, there could be a significant distance. And I just heard a glimpse of a sound, and it was like, you know when the battery is low, it makes that sound? So I feel like okay, no, this person might literally just have battery low on their phone, and they might have a Samsung phone or like Android phone. They might be not like an Apple user or some other type of a phone. They might have Samsung, literally, and it's that burp sound, you know. Or they might have gotten like a new phone that's Samsung. Yeah. And their battery might be low right now. Right at this moment while I'm doing this reading. They might have nice luscious hair, by the way, whether it's short or long. At least I'm seeing that. Something about feathers came through howl, I heard. Okay. They might like the movie. I heard they're not a big fan. Though they're not a big fan. This feels disingenuous though. Okay, now like I got an interesting tea on this person. This feels ingenuine. It's like they are okay, I literally saw someone like dressing up in costumes, and they might be like maybe they're into like cosplay, and I, I just literally felt like a person is dressing up in certain costumes, and they are not like fan of the characters. Like it doesn't mean that they're like really into the character. It just like they're not really into the character. I just literally felt that and like heard that. I also heard too gay. I don't know why. Um okay, could be that maybe this person's like too gay to like a male character. No, that's weird though. That makes no sense. I don't know. I just heard too gay. Maybe the opposite. I don't know. I'm getting like a kind of sauce fishy vibe, like a fox. I'm getting fox energy. It really kind of. Oh my gosh! And I literally. This is so interesting. Part two. I have like a fox uh amulet on my solar plexus right now. It's like at that part. And I felt it resonating there. I'm like, that's interesting. Fox energy. Could be that your spirit guide is fox, or maybe you associate with fox as your spirit animal. But then it's like it's like a kindred, or how it's yeah, like kindred, or like your kin, you're similar. You know, like when someone's similar. I just heard that they don't wanna offer you something. Okay, for somebody, I just literally heard they don't wanna offer you nothing. And now I saw a person laughing. Are they like playing? This kind of, this kind of like vibes like someone's like playing. It's like, they're like sitting and saying, like, I don't want to offer you like nothing. And then they're like laughing immediately. They're not even waiting for your reaction. They're laughing like immediately. This energy is so sus. Look, what the heck? Okay, well, but yeah, like, pal to, you know what that means when a person does that? And when they can't even, like, wait for your reaction, when they can't, like, they want to play you, but they can't. You know what that means? That means that they really like you. It means their ears are freaking red, okay? Their ears are red. It means that they playing. I'm literally okay. I was distracted just now, but this energy is making me so woozy. You know what? This person is in dipshit with you. Like they are. I wouldn't even say they're in love with you. Like they're like woo, like woo woo. Like they're going woo woo. Like I literally still see a person laughing, like just laughing, because they can't control themselves. Like it's almost like this type of attraction when you're like just standing next to somebody and they're trying to say something but they just start laughing because you are right there and they just laugh. This is what your energy does to them. They might say some bullshit uh like like I don't like. They might say they wouldn't say I don't like you. They would not say that, by the way. But they would say like I don't want to offer you. I want to offer you nothing or anything. Look, I'm losing my words. Literally, I'm starting to stumble like in thoughts. Like, what am I supposed to say? Like my logic is turning off. I'm like, this is how this person feels about you. I think they're in dipshit, like literally. They feel like they're woo woo when like if they were standing next to you, I'm pretty sure they would just laugh, act silly. They would be so weird. You would literally look at them and you would think they are drugged up. Like bleh. Sorry. Like they're like you would think they're like high or something. They're so weird. But that's cuz I mean, cuz they are into you. They kind of crazy. Like how else to explain this? Oh my god. Like pal 2, they want your ears. Like, that's what I would say. Yeah. Literally, I was like, oh, what these other roses, but like it's almost like your energy is so big that they're like, they don't see, they don't see anything else. It's like they're kind of like lost in you or something like that. It's that type of a chemistry where they're kind of like just lost in you, just like can't find the words. They're laughing, they're acting silly and weird. Yeah. Like they just can't stay serious. Like logic is going woo woo. Constructions of sentences are going woo woo. It's like you bring them the hanami blooms, the sakura, that's that, yeah. The sakura garden. That's like how they feel about you. Oh my god. And not the falling ones, but like in full bloom, like all the trees are so chunky and full, like beautiful. This is, I think, how this person feels about you, and I'm pretty sure they have fallen in love with you. Oh my gosh. Oh, I feel like your values, like there's something about you that really matches this person. I don't know, there's something about you, like your values, your withstanding. I heard withstanding. I just heard that this person's name, it might start with A. Yeah, like A. Also, our leadership. This person might be with leadership qualities, or it might literally be a leader somewhere, someplace. I don't know, like with their group, their workplace, something. But they do have like a softer side. These ones. Something about God, butterflies. They might like this movie. What is it called? Like the Firefly, blah blah. uh, Something about fireflies. Oh God, not Hotaruko. Oh my gosh, something about fireflies. Like this person has very flirtatious feel to this reading. Very flirtatious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, literally. I just I just got something. It's like this person might think they're kind of like, I don't know, like trashy, or like a, I don't know, like a raccoon. I look at trashy. I don't know why. Trashy raccoon. It's because they're acting funky. Mm. I heard you're guiding lights. So you might be this person's guiding light. Or they see you as that. That you're like a guiding light. Maybe you clarified something to this person. Or seeing you clarified something in them. In their feelings or in their love choices, perhaps. They see opportunities and growth literally with you. It's almost like you are the highest potential that they could reach. This kind of sounds like they're putting you on a pedestal, though. But they are. Yeah, I feel like they are putting you on a pedestal. Significant pedestal, actually. Almost gives me the sense of like they think you're something higher value, or like there's something, I don't know, like special about you. I feel like this person has like a silly way of things. Like they might get like something, like a tiny thingy, like a silly thing, and then give it to you, and then they sort of. It's like they're kind of a prankster. It almost feels like they like to either pull slight pranks or they like to associate with some character that does this slight pranks. But I'm getting like slight pranks. I don't feel like they would want to offend anybody. But they do love their little silly pranks. Something about almonds. This person might have almond shaped eyes. Yeah. They might have had difficulty with relationships and vulnerability in the relationships. They might have been devalued, or they might have been devalued for their jokes, devalued for their sense of humor, for their understanding of life. Maybe considered too silly, immature, not understanding. I feel like they've been hurt by this though. Like some things that have hurt them, and now they're trying to like recover, or yeah, recuperate, to understand their value, to accept their value. Feather could also mean like this is like a divine connection, could be like a tip of the divine that made you sort of see each other, notice each other with a higher purpose. It has some tests though. It had some tests, or some test, but it wasn't very like blackened or dark, you know. But it had some test. There was something. And there are going to be like bumps, by the way, if you are going to like get together or continue the relationship. If you have one, or you know, of course, like there are going to be bumps, but this almost feels like it's like a sacred connection or something like that. It's divinely guided almost. I mean, we have free will, but like someone said no we don't. Okay. I mean, sure. Maybe. No, not actually, maybe. I think these things are like, they're mixed. There's a certain percentage one, and then there's the other. But I just saw there like love, like a heart here. And that was after I asked, what does this person really want to offer you? And but it's basically, it's love. They want to offer you love. Like, what would be the genuine answer is they want to offer you love, and it actually feels pure. It feels like the higher love, the pink chakra love, the energetic, beautiful love. Like I said, pink sakura is fully blooming beautifully, trees and significant bloom. Yeah. Something about cocoa, by the way, could be. Maybe this person likes cocoa. Like the cocoa, the like, yeah, the the real beans, the real stuff. Or maybe they have a sweet tooth. By the way, they could like chocolate. Yeah, could be that. I just heard they think you are the chocolate, so they might think you are like a candy, you know, like eye candy. They might think you're sexy and stuff like that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. So this person might offer you something really, like seriously, because I feel like it has gotten kind of very warm, and they gotta hand it over. So I think they might tell you something, or they might write to you. Maybe their feelings have gotten so heated they can't just. It might like start to become slightly like destructive to themselves to keep it bottled up. So they might write to you. Oh my gosh, literally with the yeah, they might write to you. Maybe something small but sweet. This person might have a slightly dramatic side to them. They might kind of slightly self-sabotage a bit, yeah, sometimes significantly. They might become kind of like dramatic or feely about things. Yeah. And it's that, it comes from the like their feelings don't change, but they might feel so uh feely vulnerable. You just need to reassure them if that happens, but like it's not dramatically big or anything like that. It's just, oh, I feel kind of sad for this person, like feeling this. Just reassure them if you see this happening, you know. I feel like they're overall a kind person. But with their silly sides, okay, I won't deny that. Like, their silly sides, it's just like, don't make them like an angel or something. They're kind of like, they can be very silly. Like, very silly. Yeah, I sense that. But they're a kind, good person. It's like, they're kind hearted, but very silly. Okay? So this is basically all that I do feel this significantly. They might write to you, seriously. Like, not promising anything, but they might. Yes. I feel like scribbling. So, this was your message, pal, too. Oh my god, so long. And this is what your person thinks of you, or the situation you're in, or what you have been on together. And I hope this resonated, and I hope you have a nice day or evening. And yeah, see you. Bye. Hello, pal number 3. If you chose this card, this was under this card, or was the other way around? No, this was this card, I think, on top. Anyways, if you chose pile 3, um, this might be significant that I'm like meddling it up this way. But yeah, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading about how this person in your mind feels about you, what they think about you, or whatever you have together. And what I want to start with is that there is some sort of a choice in the situation, but it also feels like something got loose. And it feels like this hand purposely let it out, like let go of that one. It feels like it let go of the connection. Yes, almost like, but the cutting of ties, okay, feels like it was done by somebody else or something different. Or something different. That's interesting. Like some sort of entity. Some outside external influence, perhaps an energetic influence, that did this, that pushed this choice upon this person. Or maybe somebody out of you settled down someplace else, like somewhere else, and that caused like the discord or just the distance. Could also be the case, okay? 42, as I said that, and there was a distraction just now too. I feel like somebody has knowledge in some books. Somebody reads up stuff, and that's a very significant stuff. It's a good stuff, by the way. It's very helpful. Somebody has helpful knowledge, is very big on like reading books or knowledge about something particular. And watery energy as well comes through. Watery energy. Someone could like have a water moon. Yeah, water moon placement, and like I feel like it affects the moon, the water affects. Mm. Somebody's like a witch here. Somebody's a witch. Like they have powers. Kind of feels also like they have some ability, certain amount of ability to heal, but they're not choosing to do that. They're choosing something else. Something about knowledge more so. Like a sage, or like reading up, knowing things, knowledge. Something about matrix comes through also, like this, like they bursted out of the matrix. So it could have been like an awakening that happened, or like a tower, small tower moment, okay, that happened. It also feels like there were tower moments that happened beforehand for this person. And also, but also like groups, other people. It was like a tower moment time period. But about this person and you, this person might have been well established, but now it feels like they're slightly like off with money. This person might not be the traitor you some of you consider them to be. Something about a horse tail. Horse tail. Maybe it's like about a planned horse tail, or somebody used a horse tail. Something about a horse tail. I don't know why. Feels like like something unfair happened in the situation. Maybe somebody thinks something is unjust or unfair, you know. Um, this person is practicing magic. But with these, I feel like they should not get into the dark path, like ominous stuff. They should not get in touch with this because it might mess with their brain, it might mess with their head. Something dark comes through now. It's like it might mess with their head in a similar way. Or no, not in a similar way. It's like it just might create like a mind fog, like a brain fog. They should not mess with the occult, with the dark occult, because that might create them a brain fog. Like they need to have boundaries. Also, with like certain individuals, they need to have boundaries. They can't like look into each person's eyes. They need to like have boundaries. Like that's what came through, maybe like meeting people or stuff. There might be there might be one person whom they thought is a friend but will like backstab them about a certain topic, about le- legitimacy of something or legislation, something about law perhaps. I just heard F around and find out. So maybe this person will just go a bit too far with this one you were asking about, and they will like cut them off, cut off the ties. But this feels like it's planned from the other person's side though. It's like they're planning this. You might think that's woo woo, but they're like planning this towards this person. And they might attempt to like attack them about a certain topic. So, if you warn this person, by the way, they will be thankful to you. Like, they might feel kind of like, what? Like, what is this? But they might be thankful. Like, that's what I'm getting. They won't think you're like lying or making things up. They will consider if you say this to them. And they'll be thankful like when it happens. They'll be shocked that you could predict that or stuff like that. Something about coloring books or like some collecting like stickers or no, just like collecting some images. It's almost like giving me like collage of like sticked images onto paper, like a map or creating something or collecting something. This person might be into this creating, collecting something like maps or some pictures that are sticked like collage on another paper in a book or like a notebook. This person might really dislike romantic comedies. That's very specific, but that just came through. They might be very world oriented, kind of like very um worldly spirited, interested and embracing other cultures. They might be wanting to be a patron for people, actually, like not a lot of people, but like for, I don't know, like a group of people, or more so for people to listen to their stuff. Not even like advice, but I just heard stuff. So maybe they don't really consider their advice as valuable, but they're like to listen to their stuff. Maybe they want understanding or like that type of a thing. But yeah, this person could have gone through like a crumbling tower moment, some dark past and stuff like that. Um Interesting. I just heard Dhumavati. Dhumavati. So maybe that's something that can be associated with this person. Dhumavati. It's an uh it's a goddess. It's a Hindu goddess. And I believe Dhumavati was one of the forms of Kali, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully I'm not. I know that Kali has many forms, but yeah. This might do something with this person. Also, I saw like the incense sticks burning, like the burning fumes. So maybe this person is attempting to cleanse their space, cleanse their head, cleanse their energy. Cutting ties also. They could attempt to cut ties with people, keep their energy field, keep their energy intact. Cleansing. So I would say like if they're kind of like in more so in solitude, then they are cleansing their energy. They might have had to do this because some might have been breaking into their energy field and like sort of like screwing with it. This person might not trust anybody, if I'm honest. And I saw 53 in the clock when I said that. And but I feel like they trust you. Just came through like by a significant amount, or like they might trust you. Yeah. Also, this person is exploring their own stuff, so like you might need to search for new grounds. Um like not to rely on this person, in that type of sense, but mm, There's also some sort of aspect of duality, like light and shadow. Could be that you're one side, they're the other side, or reverse. But yeah, like you need to find new grounds, like mm, new people, new places. Just like don't get stuck. I feel like this person needs heavy cord cutting, like energy cleansing. There's something that has like happened, and it doesn't have to do like with you. I don't feel like there's something else that really affected something very significantly. Like something close is cutting them like an with a knife, figuratively. Like every day. And I felt like my throat sort of like closing up, like somebody putting slight pressure on my throat when I said that. Um there might be some sort of a connection that's like poisoning their life. But yeah, they need to do like a cord cutting, cleansing, energy cleansing with like the incense, the fumes. Not like a ritual, but like incense fumes. And something to do with Dumalati. Could explain stuff better. So, also for somebody, don't worry if you're in the shadow aspect. That doesn't mean anything bad in your case. Yeah, so that was your reading, pile number 3. I hope it resonated with you. And yeah, see you around. Bye. Hello, pile number 4. If you chose this card, then this is your reading. Then the 2 cards, this was below. So, what I want to say, pile 4, is that this person is watching you, like heavily. They're watching you. They definitely are stalking you if you've like blocked them or whatever. And why I'm saying this is because the card Forgotten resonates that you've like put them away basically. They're not like present in your life very likely. They're very distant. Like very distant. Feels like you're not connected on the realms, like on the internet or whatever. You're not connected, or in social life you're not connected. It's like they're just away. They're at a distance. But they're checking you out. They're like stalking, they're watching you. And they feel forgotten. They feel like you're a missed opportunity. But I feel like they have hmm, you could be dealing with a fish, so this might be a Pisces. They feel lost. They also feel like some lack of contribution. And I feel like this person doesn't want me to say this. They feel like some lack of contribution in life, or like belonging in life, or like they don't feel like fulfilled. missing out on some opportunities, and they would totally deny this if you were to like ask them or stuff, because I feel like this person might have like an ego about them with this thingy here. There's an eye, and there's like this person, there's this thingy, and how they view things also, and how they speak about things might come from ego, really, very much so. Like their eyes are covered by the ego, and what they see, then they speak, And if, for example, they're like salty about something or they're upset, then they will speak through the ego, Like they will just kind of like slightly like trash you or something, or attempt to assume things about you or tell some stuff. But I feel like they're quite well in the job position they have. They're well established in their job position, I feel. With the waves though, I feel like their life is chaotic right now. At least they're like adventurous waves. But I feel like these adventurous waves don't bring them the satisfaction, they bring them the frustration more so. And when I said that, my throat literally closed off. So this person probably really doesn't want me to tell this. They don't want me to tell you that they feel bad without you. They don't want me to tell you any of these things. They're like so heavy in their ego. They're like trying to hide that. It's not even like, yeah, they are in their ego, but they're trying to hide that. They're like, I don't feel so thrown off by this. They're like, I'm fine. They could attempt to find also like sexual gratification in some places, like from women, compliments from women. I feel like they love compliments from women. They love receiving them, even if they're like staying silent or stuff, even if they're not replying, even if they're like playing it cool. They love receiving them, and they need them to like validate their feelings, since like their ego sort of glows up with golden when they get that. Okay, so this is like a person with self-esteem issues. First of all, they're kind of like insecure. They need that that external validation. They need that. They're like feeding on it. It's like a dessert for them, but like a watery dessert, and that means it's like kind of vital to them, even though it's like an addition, but it's still more so vital than it should be, in a healthy way, in a moderate way. I don't feel they're moderate. I feel like they're indulging in stuff. Like from one edge to another. They just don't have a chance to be like balanced. They go from one edge to another. It's like this type of a personality. They have no chill. They lay jump from one edge to another. It's like they get the thrill of it. They think it's like the way living of life, like they're living the life. Well, they're actually just like getting the thrill, but then they feel so insecure the next moment. I know it sounds like some sort of a disorder, but like I'm not going to diagnose anybody. Just to point out the insecurities that are coming through here. I'm not saying they could have like a ADHD, but it's just a speculation, okay? Because the scheme sounds sort of like getting from the lower to the top, to the higher to the top. They're like fulfilled there, and then they skip to something completely different. And I'm not just saying something similar or another project completely different. I'm saying this person is just changing like completely different. It's like each of these things is like a chewing gum. It loses its taste, and then they just chew it a little bit more, tiny, like a little bit more, and then they just spit it out, and they think it's fine. They think it's normal and it's the way of living. It's like I don't think you can change them. If you are wondering about that, of course, Balfour, maybe you aren't, but yeah, I don't think you can change them. They're like, they just don't see. You see, you might talk sense into them with these tiny dots. They might see them. They might see these golden little nuggets that you tell them, that's speaking sense into them. But then they just won't feel that sense. And you see, that's very important and that's very significant here. They won't feel that sense. And they will just continue their way of living because they don't feel that sense, and feeling that sense after understanding it, it's very important. But they just don't have that mechanism. They just jump, you know. I just got like a picture of Mud Skipper, just jumps, skip, you know. They might also skip things in life. Skipping the lore. Interesting. Very skippy person. But yeah, they feel like you've forgotten about them. They feel salty about this. They really do. They might actually be even not really like purposely sending you evil eye, but they're like sad. You know, like they if they see you, they become salty because they're sad. I think it does stem from them having like certain feelings. I mean they do, but it's like they see you and they become sad. But then they're like, but then they don't understand why. Although they do, a tiny significant glimpse really is there. They do understand. But then they're like, but they can't change. You know, they can't change. They just don't have the strength, the ability, and this is also, by the way, why they do have this admiration towards you. If you're wondering, they do have this admiration towards you. They think you are such a person of value. They think you're so valuable. They think you're incredible. But you know, it's like, but they don't have the strength. I just got like, they don't have the memories, you know, like the the oh gosh, the RAM, you know, they just don't have it. I just got saying in my mind like it's like a sickness. So literally maybe this person, maybe they have some sort of a disorder, really. Maybe it's like how they're wired and it's so difficult for them to change it, you know. Someone could resonate with Maleficent here. This person might think you are very much like Maleficent, but they like it. They like it. They really like that. I feel like they like the vibe. They're into these strong female characters. If you are a woman, um, if you are a man, though, I'm also seeing like a dark mage characters, and it's like they like these types of, but more so a woman really comes through. They like these type of female characters. They're strong, but they don't identify as like strong. It's like something very far from them, and I believe they would probably say so. If I'm completely honest, I think they would say so. If you would really like go into this and ask them, I don't feel like this person is like like a big liar or something. I just feel like they're very changeable, but at the same time they're so skippy, but I don't feel like they're ingenious, ingenuine. I don't feel like it's like the case. I just feel like they cannot really like control certain things. Mm. Of course, they like can control. They like gain more control and awareness of their ego, and like not be as salty, perhaps, when like seeing you, not feel as forgotten. Not feel like a failure. There's something also like feeling like a failure. They're afraid also of like taking upon certain things and challenges because they fear of becoming a failure. They fear of the new at the same time as well. Like if they feel uncomfortable, they're gonna fear it. They're not gonna take that leap. They're gonna fear it. I think this is exactly why they might not identify as being strong. Yeah. This is kind of like a salty reading, though. This person would not like this. They would feel super uncomfortable if they were like presented with this reading. They would just be like, yeah, well, that's really not cool to hear that. And I think this would be exactly the wording that they would say. Like, like I'm saying, I don't think they're a big ass liar. I think they're like just like I said. I think they might be like a good kind friend, a good group person, but it's like they lack that strength and perseverance. They go in those waves all the time, like waves. New influences, exactly like Wanderlust. I mean, the card even says that. It's like they skip onto the new, hop onto the new on the waves, like adventures and stuff. Yeah. Hmm. What else do I see here? I feel like this person might understand something significant within themselves, about themselves. But again, they might not like it in their ego, in like masculine ego, they might just get a pushback of it. Sort of like defensive pushback, inner defensive pushback. They might not just use that information to acknowledge certain things, they might just get a pushback and skip onto another shore, into another wave. They might want to actually be like a leader or like a leadership position, like energy of the ego, like golden energy. They might want that solar plexus energy. But then and they're better working as like as a group, as a team. They're better working not as a leader. They're better working as somebody of the team. Maybe because they lack certain qualities to keep themselves in the clear, like more clear about their abilities, more clear about their perseverance and about their qualities. There's something significant about their qualities that they don't understand. And this, I mean, this reading became this person's description, but it's like, hmm, if you're asking about a person that you wanted to be with, whether like friends or like a relationship or prospects with them, it's like they don't have the self-awareness to be with you, to build stuff with you. It's almost like you can build, but they will just like watch. They're not going to invest. They're not going to do pick the tools and do the stuff. They're just not into it. Exactly because they lack that strength and acknowledgement of their own strengths and weaknesses and qualities and the significance of that acknowledgement. They think it's just not going there. They think it's just kind of like useless for them personally. They think it's just not doing the stuff. It's not, yeah. I do think though that they would like to be your friend. But it's like they might be bubbly with the bubbles. They're also kind of like a complex personality, but they kind of, I think this person, if they would be watching, and if they're watching this video right now, by the way, and they're like looking at the description of themselves, then they're literally tired at this point of hearing about themselves. Like they're tired, they got tired, and they would get tired because it's such self-awareness moment that their nervous system is overwhelmed, if I'm honest. Like their thoughts, their subconscious mind with the thoughts linked with the conscious is just overwhelmed. They're tired of this, psychology stuff. They're like, oh, come on, like sort of like you just called me the worst person. But it's not like that. It's actually like we all have our qualities, bad and good, but it's just like this comes through significantly. Why, for example, some sort of a relationship didn't work, you know? Just a good explanation, description, and analysis of it. Yeah, they could be actually like on a like no neurodiverse. Like I'm saying, that description does sound kind of like ADHD-ish, wired differently. But I'm not saying this is like an excuse. They need to like put some effort into self uh acknowledgement. Yeah. Really putting things on a shelf and understanding about oneself. That will be really helpful. So yeah, that was your reading, pile number 4. And I hope this resonated with you. And yeah, have a nice day and see you. Bye.